This video was sponsored by AG1.
It's railing time. Time to get railed.
A million of them. There's been a million comments.
10 years ago, I bought this British Ferret. It's a 1950 armored scout car.
So she's picking herself up right now with these.
Yes.
So this has to fail. The crane would have to fail, and this would have to fail.
It is designed to meet the standards of a 100-year storm.
We're building a 15-ton two-piece jack-up barge to add safe access to our lighthouse that's in the middle of the Chesapeake Bay. This is part 4 of DARGE, a custom-built barge dock designed to lift itself 15 feet up into the air right next to our 120-year-old lighthouse. Our mission is to save these incredible abandoned lighthouses using new technology while preserving the history and helping the environment of the Chesapeake Bay. This is Project Lighthouse.
So today we want to take a minute and answer some of the comments that we get. Most of them very positive and supportive. Some people asking questions, some of them not so supportive, but we love our comments and we're going to answer them.
Freedom 1336 says, what about all that rust? Didn't you guys do a video about rust? Crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji.
What's with all the crying? You see a lot of rust on DARGE and it looks bad right now, but trust me, we are professional industrial paint contractors. This is what we do. This is what we love. This is what is the easiest thing for us to do. First, you do all the fabrication, you do all the welding on the bare metal, and then the last thing we do before we put this on a truck and ship it down to the marina is we're gonna sandblast it all to pure white metal. You guys are gonna see that. And then we are going to use zinc-filled epoxy primer, a industrial polyurethane or polysiloxane top coat. So it's going to be super protected with a corrosion-resistant industrial marine coating that will last many years. Can't wait to show you guys the coating process.
Conserve says, how are you going to install pilings so precisely? Aren't they will be slightly off level and not precisely located?
The reason that we failed the first time in building a dock miles from shore in 20 feet of water is because it's nearly impossible to drop a piling into the bay and drive it in and be within an inch or two of where you need to be. It's actually a known idea to have a spud barge where the pilings are already connected to the barge. We're gonna drop them down through the piling brackets and drive them down into the bay. Now, every marine contractor I talked to thought this was a great idea, and they're actually relieved that they don't have to worry about where the pilings are gonna be. They're just gonna drop them in the holes and drive them down.
Simon Sanj,
Sanja?
Simon says, I think those bolts in the barge are going to leak water into the barge if there is no thread sealer.
So a lot of people are concerned about these holes. Normally you would not drill holes into a barge. We're gonna have bolts in them. We're going to have thread sealer. We will have bilge pumps on the inside just in case any water would somehow get into the barge. And then once it's out to the lighthouse, it's going to be lifted up out of the water and will not be exposed to any water. So it's really not going to be a problem.
Connor McMenemene 5126 says, fail in all caps. Even a modest wave in a storm would provide enough force from below to destroy this aspiration, in quotes. STP, pretending that you can defeat the storm. You can't. They are relentless, attack from all angles, biologically, molecularly, structurally.
Okay, well, thank you for the kind words. Yes, the storm will attack from all angles, but DARGE, the barge dock, will be so high above the water, it is designed to meet the standards of a 100-year storm. So basically, the only thing that's going to be taking the impact of the wave is going to be our pilings, which are steel filled with concrete. The wave energy will go right through them. The lower part of the dock will be made with bar grading to absorb the energy, and it'll be much smaller, and that too will be above the water. Occasionally we'll get hit by waves. DARGE itself will never get hit by waves. It will weigh over 30,000 pounds. It will have 10 extremely strong pilings. This thing is overbuilt. Every marine contractor that I've talked to told me they have complete confidence that it will not be affected by storms and such. A lot of you may not know the backstory to Project Lighthouse. I used to have this nice, successful business that I ran for many years. I could have been semi-retired by now, but no, I had to buy 3 lighthouses and start a YouTube channel. So now I'm working 7 days a week, traveling a lot. I used to have a green smoothie every morning, but now I just don't have the time. I'm slowly turning into that old man who just has a bunch of condiments in his refrigerator, maybe some beer, buys a rotisserie chicken from the store every other day. I was really happy when AG1 reached out to us. I felt like it was a sign that someone was telling me I need more nutrition. I have it before my coffee. It gives you everything you need, like B vitamins, immune support,
Probiotics.
lactobacillus. I think there's a dinosaur in there. So if you want to try AG1, use the link or scan the QR code that's on screen to get a free welcome kit, including vitamin D and free travel packs when you first subscribe. All right, Thomas, so now we have more energy. Let's get back to work on DARGE. All right, are we filming? It's railing time. Time to get railed. So here's our sample. Let's establish what height we want. I mean, typically I think they're 38 to 42. When you go a little bit higher, maybe like 42, because at a lighthouse, you want a little bit more safety. Okay, so here are the bottom brackets that hold the railing straight up and down. We full welded all the way around. He did clean the metal before he welded on it, just so you guys know. And
Because we'll get comments about that.
yeah, and the weld is not cleaned yet. Still has all this slag on it. So you'll see. It's a nice job. There are times when you wear safety glasses and you think, you know, they don't really do anything, but cutting this aluminum, like little sharp and very hot pieces of aluminum fly around and hit you, you definitely need to be wearing the safety glasses for this. What did I cut? 4 lengths at 40 inches. Standard pipe length, I think it's 20 feet. So look, it's exactly 40 inches left. So we got lucky. No waste, like 0 waste. That makes me very happy. 0 waste.
The little thing.
Yeah. You look, I don't have anything to throw. All right, that's it. 23.
So those are all the uprights.
Yep. All right, phase 1 complete. Let's go with the horizontals.
All right.
Okay.
All right. All right, so now we need the cross bracing.
Yeah, they call them crosses that go in the middle so we can have the lower rail. And then we're going to add kick plates.
But that's why there are those plates on the outside to attach to. All right.
But, okay. So today we're working on the railings. We started over here. I've gone all the way around the barge everywhere I could, except for, you see where the winches are. I had to leave that corner out. We'll finish that later. And I'm on to the last section. See, I have it laid out there on the barge, and I'm going to add the lower rail and pop it into place and tighten it up. So we used a product called Speed Rail by Hollander, and I bought it on a website called Zorro.com. They ship like next day. It was amazing, like huge boxes of all these fittings. It's aluminum railing, should be resistant to corrosion, and it's nice and lightweight, removable, because we're gonna take it apart before we ship it down to the marina. But very happy. If you've never built railing before, it's quite simple. You know, you just slide it on the pipe and screw those set screws, and there you go. You have real nice railing, customizable. If you mess it up, you can always just pull it apart and make another cut or put another piece in. So great product, not sponsored of course, but very happy with the results. So I'm gonna make the last cut here. So there you have it, final cut is made. This stuff cuts like butter. You get showered with chunks of hot and sharp aluminum, which does not feel great, but what does feel great is getting the whole job done. Okay, here it is, another significant moment in DARGE history. I'm about to install the last little section of railing, and you guys will get to see how good my measurements are. Nailed it.
So now it's time to introduce our marine contractor that we'll be using to install DARGE out at the Lighthouse. His name's Benny, and he has a lifetime of experience as well as a great reputation running Madison Marine Construction in Maryland. He personally took the time to travel up to Pennsylvania to check out DARGE in person to sign off on it.
The barge is pretty standard. I think he did a nice job on it.
It looks good.
We added the plates and reinforced here for what we call piling brackets.
Yeah. So she's picking herself up right now with these?
Yes.
Yeah, what I think is when we get ready to do it, take a tube of grease, put them on there and still the crane and just come up.
Yeah.
And that'll be a safety and the chain falls. I mean, I like it.
Yeah. Okay, good.
I mean, I really do. Yeah, and you're gonna have all of them are gonna be in too.
Each one's gonna have one of these chain lifts on it. So it'll be 10 chain lifts. And as we're coming up, we'll just keep snugging them up.
Yeah.
So it can't fall.
Exactly.
So that disaster will never happen.
And when you get it up, what do you want to do? You want to weld around that, or you want to pin it?
When we tighten those bolts, it's gonna pull the bracket against.
Okay.
So that's initially, you know, it's gonna pull it in. Then we're gonna pin it underneath so it can't go down.
Yeah. Okay.
But those things, they pull hard. Like that is enough. But we'll pin it just to be safe.
Yeah. I like it.
Good.
I mean, I think it'll be fine.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
When we get it up, the pilings are going to be different heights.
Yeah.
And eventually we're going to cut them off.
Yeah.
And we also want to make sure they don't settle a little bit.
Yeah. And we'll drive it to resistance. Let her hang there for, even if you let it hang a week, before you take your come-alongs finally the rest of the way off and be done. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like it. I really. This is a nice barge too.
Good. I'm glad you like it.
Are you going to paint it here, or are you going to do it out there?
we're gonna paint everything here.
Okay.
Do a super nice job. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's your ball game.
The coating is definitely, that's something I have no problem with.
Yeah. But I like it, man. They're nice heavy duty wells and everything.
Yeah.
That guy done a good job. So this has to fail, the crane would have to fail, and this would have to fail. And still only then, this is just gonna float in the water if everything.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the worst thing that happens is it ends up in the water and it floats anyway.
Exactly.
But the key is that you gotta get out of the water. Even if it's 3 feet out of the water, then we're set. It could sit there for a week.
Yeah.
You know, we just gotta get it out of the water.
Yep.
On the first day.
Yeah.
We don't want to spend overnight bobbing up and down and rocking these
pilings. Not on the poles, no.
Yeah.
I think the thing to do is go out there the first day, get everything in position, and just go from there the first day. And then the next day, come there when the sun's coming up and just start setting your poles.
I started when I was 22,
Wow.
sandblasting and painting. Started having kids, dropped out of college, just needed to make money.
I hear you.
Started doing it, and then here I am 30 years later,
Yeah.
still doing it. I mean, it's a good business.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if I wasn't doing lighthouses, I'd be semi-retired. I got my sons,
Yeah.
you know, but I decided to do lighthouses. Now I'm starting over. The ones closest to the lighthouse, where we know there's riprap,
Put them in there.
yeah.
So it tries to move it out of the way. That's perfect. They're long.
Mm-hmm.
So the poles are in position, all 4 corners.
Mm-hmm.
We get this barge right where we want it at. Bud this corner, and then we swing this around and get it exactly where you want it. Then we shake them down. Well, that's how we'll set it. That way, that's where they're going to be. That's where it's got to go.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be sitting up like that, and we're going to just pull the pin, and the spud's going to drop. We'll tie 2 boats on, one boat on each corner, the skiff, get her right in the exact spot you want it, and cut her loose. Let them drop. And then if it's not where you want it, we just put a chain around this thing, pick it up a little bit, and move it. Once you get them in the bottom, well, the way we're going to drive them, you don't want to have to be pulling them. We can, but you don't want to. It's just going to be it's another step.
ZZ7254 says, wait, he's your dad? I thought you were just boys that happen to be a generation apart.
Yeah, this is something, for some reason, Thomas, we never talk about this. Yes, we are father and son. I'm the father, in case you're wondering. And
yeah,
that comes with some benefits and also comes with its own set of problems sometimes. I'm extremely proud of Thomas. We work very well together most of the time. For those of you who are parents, it's a father-son project. Some people watch it for that reason, and it's a lot of fun.
Fjord Fiesta says, I can't wait for DARGE 4, DARGE another day.
We love all the suggestions for DARGE titles. We had DARGE 2, DARGE Harder, and keep them coming. That's the fun part of this project.
Yeah, it looked like a palindrome. Anyway, Otomoto says, is this thing going up and down the piles every day or just once for install?
Yeah, a lot of people comment on that, and apparently we didn't make it very clear. We're doing this one time. We're gonna float the entire barge out. We're gonna drop the pilings. We're gonna drive them in very strong and deep. Then we're gonna lift the barge up one time, pin it, attach it permanently, and then it'll be there for all to come out and visit the lighthouse and enjoy.
Man Size 6622 says, is this a live broadcast? Oh, okay.
No.
The Joe Dirt 6000 says, the lighthouse is sinking, fill the tank with spray foam.
We'll think about that, Joe. Was Joe Dirt?
Yeah, the Joe Dirt.
The Joe Dirt. Thank you for the suggestion. We probably won't be doing that.
The last comment is ferret. A million of them. There's been a million comments about the ferret.
Ferret has nothing to do with the lighthouses, but a bunch of people saw it in the background. Do you want to let's show
let's walk
it? Okay.
over.
We run a business and we're on a highway, and it's really annoying to be on the highway, but the good thing about being on the highway is free advertising. About 10 years ago, I bought this British ferret. It's a 1950 armored scout car, really cool. But the truth is, I need money for the lighthouse restoration project. So if anyone wants to buy this thing, it can be yours. Come around the front.